If you are looking for a traditional data analyst role in 2026, you are losing money every day on the table. Let's be honest. AI is disrupting the industry every day. It is writing simple and even complex SQL code, Python script, other scripts in some other programming languages. AI is also automating some standard reporting, thereby making entry-level roles incredibly difficult and competitive. But here is the reality nobody is talking about. While AI is changing tools, the fundamental needs of businesses to understand their data has not changed. As a matter of fact, it has continued to increase. So, you don't really need a corporate 9 to 5 traditional data analyst job to start cashing in with your data analytics skill today. Today, I am giving you 5 simple yet actionable ways you can apply to start making money as a data analyst without a boss, without a formal job offer, and obviously without even needing an enterprise level experience. So let's jump into number 1. And number 1 is the ultimate passive income. This is selling standardized data analytic templates. We get caught up a lot in advanced cloud architectures that we forget that millions of businesses still run on simple spreadsheets. That is Excel and Google Sheets. These businesses desperately need things like inventory forecasters, cash flow trackers, or marketing ROI calculators. Simple things you can build with Excel and Google Sheets. Do I need to surprise you? Today in the UK, there are over 5.7 million registered businesses. And out of this number, 99.9% of them are small businesses. Let's even go a step further and compare it to that of the United States. The United States of America, as at today's research, has over 33.3 million registered businesses. Again, 99.9% of them are small businesses. If you go a little down in the pecking order, you notice that over 20 million of them are businesses with 1 to 5 staff strength. What does that tell you? These are really small businesses. And these small businesses don't necessarily need to run on very heavy cloud platform like AWS, Azure, or use heavy softwares. The most important thing that they need is to run business. And a lot of them live in Excel. They live in Google Sheets. You can build these Excel trackers for them. You can build this Google Sheet for them. The secret in all this thing is to simply ensure that when you build any of these templates, you enforce some consistencies in your design. Use clean sliders to make sure that it is easy for them to filter. Apply branded themes across the workbook. For me, what I tell people is when you want to build solutions that people use, you need to ask yourself that if you are the customer, will you pay to use this? If you think you can pay to use this, then try it in the market. Let customers give you their feedback. And the beauty of all this thing is you only need to build it once. You can list it in places like Etsy, Gumroad, and even your own website. Just list it in Etsy. They will help you find clients. You can even run your own market. And now let us look at what I am trying to tell you. Here I am on Etsy. Let us check out this. Alright, so this is Etsy. Let us type things like spreadsheets. If you take your time, you will notice we've got loads of templates that revolves around track. And to be honest, these are some of the most popular templates we have here. We also have the budgeting, which I tag as the second most popular template. And if you check out the prices ranges from showing from a few pence to some couple of pounds for you to spend. Now let us even check out this particular one. Open this other one. So 2 of them. So you can see today is the 9th day of June 2026. You can see in demand 5 people bought this in the last 24 hours. Not in the last week, not in the last month, not even in the last year. In the last 24 hours, 5 persons paid for this. You and I will agree that these are automated scripts. The seller did not make up this number. Let us go to the next one. And this says 2 people bought this in the last 24 hours. And this is £7. You can see you can start selling. All you need to do is to have it once and you sell to so many. And this person has recorded so many sales. If you go a bit down, you will see their review. And you will see that there is a bit about 19 reviews for this particular template alone. And if you go to the other one, you will see about 177 reviews for just this particular template. Honestly, this is something that is hidden. We are not even bothering ourselves. We just keep looking for some big cutting edge technology to build or some big jobs to apply to. You can start cashing in today with your skill. Just register on Etsy and start making your money. And that leads us to the number 2 strategy, which is micro business intelligence. Local businesses like retail stores, agencies, and even some clinics or pharmaceutical stores are drowning in data across Stripe's, Shopify's, and even their CRM. They don't have the budget. These people don't have the budget for this your massive lakehouse architecture. They just want answers. And you know what? You can actually build a mini application for them. You're not building a complex predictive analytics for them. All you need to do when you're done building this micro BI for them is to connect their data across all the data sources they've got, and boom, they have automated dashboard that answers their key business questions. Just like the spreadsheet template, you can make a template out of them and still sell them. Build them once and sell them multiple times. Some of the softwares you can build these things are around Power BI, Looker Studio, Tableau. I would strongly recommend Power BI and Looker Studio. The reason I'm recommending these ones are the free tiers of Looker Studio or Data Studio and Power BI is really enough. All they need to do is, for the person that has a window machine, Power BI could be enough for the person. Just set it up on the person's laptop. When they wake up in the morning, turn on their laptop, click on refresh, and they have updated report on their dashboard. The same thing with Looker Studio. Looker Studio, depending on the data source, can refresh every now and then. The list of them is BigQuery if the data is in BigQuery. To be honest, they don't really need some massive technology to do that. You can build once and you sell multiple times. And I'm going to show you some of the reports that you can actually build with Looker Studio. This is Looker Studio, and I am on the report gallery of Looker Studio. When you look at this, you will see some persons who are already selling here. I'm going to use this person. This is Data Blue. He is about the biggest seller, honestly, and he's doing amazingly well. So I'm going to open this. This is the dashboard. You just build it once, make sure it answers the business question, and you sell. See, this is really dynamic and nice, very clean. So you can see what this guy is doing. He is doing an amazing job. Honestly, this is a very interactive dashboard. Honestly, I love this. Alright, now you can see that you can actually start selling almost today if you can get this out today and register with Google. And all you just need is your Gmail. Yeah, you just build it once and you sell multiple times. I know another thing, you can even go as far as charge a setup fee, which is another way to monetize your scale. Help them set up, connect their data sets, because sometimes a lot of the business owners don't even know how to do this. You charge them this setup fee and you're good to go. If you've done a good job, they are most likely going to call you again, maybe for maintenance, if anything breaks in the future. Alright, that leads us to the third strategy, which is actually massive right now, and that is productized data cleaning. It is very massive right now, and do you know why it is massive? Every company wants to implement AI in 2026 and beyond. No one wants to be left out. Everyone wants to implement their own custom data model or even implement the proprietary data model. But the truth is, most data are unstructured, they are dirty, they are not even ready. And if you feed the LLM, the AI, the machine learning, the analytics with dirty data, you will get false positive in your analytics. You are going to get false positive in your machine learning model. And the best of it is, I love how the LLM usually respond. They will confidently hallucinate, making you feel like they are right, but they are not right. So to be AI ready, businesses need their data to be clean. These businesses are sitting on thousands and millions of duplicated customer records and chaotic CSV, and I'm not even making this up. I know I have had clients come to me, I have seen dirty data, and I have like, wow, is this what it means to be dirty? And it is different from business to business. This is because there isn't enough noise around data literacy. Companies are in a hurry to implement AI, build on nothing. That's the way I put it. Now you can offer data cleaning services for a flat fee. You can name it, get your data ready for AI. The whole idea is to get them ready for AI implementation, analytics, machine learning model, or anyhow they want to use their data set. Just get them ready. And when you do this heavy lifting for them, life become easier. The data begin to say the truth. The machine learning model begin to predict better, and the AI model begin to analyze better. In all the journey that data needs to travel, like around the data pipeline, data cleaning is the most difficult amongst all of them. And the reality is, people are running away from cleaning data. Honestly, that thing is difficult because they are not just cleaning data. There is really no one way to clean all the data. Reality is that businesses have their own business rule, what they want to define, how they want their data to be cleaned. If there is no business rule, you're going to have generic cleaning, and that's not how businesses are run. You can charge things like a £250 or £300 or £500 for things like 10,000 rows, and as the number increases, you charge them more. I can assure you, it is not an easy thing to do anyways. So you do that and you automate this process for them. This makes it easier for them. You can use tools like Python, Pandas, Polar. You can use so many tools out there. You can even use the amazing and ever reliable SQL if the data is in a relational database. And you will be happy that you did. And there are places you can actually offer these skills. Upwork, Fiverr, or even on your LinkedIn account, you can offer this service. You can name them Getting Your Data AI Ready, and you will be happy that you did. All right, that leads us to the fourth one, which is building a simple data injection pipeline. Now, many businesses are using platforms like HubSpot for their CRM, they use Shopify, they use HiBob for their HR. They use a whole lot of application there, and they don't know how to extract this data and load it somewhere where they can access it for any further processing like analytics, machine learning. They need help in this situation to extract this data. And mostly these businesses expose this data via API endpoint. Business owners don't naturally have this skill set to extract data via API. And you can easily do this for them, just getting data from point A to point B, from the data source to the data sink. The recent client I did this service for was in the US, where I got data from about 8 data sources and I ingested them into their data lake, and I layered upon it Iceberg. I automated the entire process, created trigger. This case, everything happened within AWS. Even the data sources were all in AWS RDS. So I extracted them, loaded them in S3 using AWS Glue, wrote a few scripts that automated all those processes, created the trigger, and everything ran well. The previous situation that I inherited from them is that they have data, they have been trying to ingest data, but they are never complete. This pipeline ran completely, but when you go to the Athena to query this data, it's never complete. Meanwhile, nothing broke. So this is why I recommended using Apache Iceberg. Since they already use AWS, I told them, let's do Apache Iceberg. I did it for them and everything was complete. I went further to create a lakehouse architecture for them, and now they are able to query their data from the code layer. And it makes sense to them because all the business rules have been implemented in this code layer. Everything happens within the lakehouse. Everything happens within the S3, which is the lakehouse architecture. And you can offer this service. It is very simple, and it was a very straightforward business that took about 2 weeks for me to implement. And I loved that project. And up to now, it is running. And you know what? If it breaks, they most likely will come back to me to fix it because I understand the whole thing. I understand how I set it up. It is easy, and because it has not broken for this month, this happened in January, because it has not broken for all these months, if anything happens to it, they most likely will come to me because it's been a reliable system. No system actually lasts forever, but for this month it has not broken means it is reliable. So yes, you can offer this service. All you just need is to extract the data from places like a marketing platform and drop it into a secured storage system like S3. And of course, if they need you to layer things like Delta Lake on it, you do that. Using Spark, you do that. Or Iceberg using Python, you do that. And when you do it, that's it. You move on. And it solves that immediate headache for them. Again, you can offer this on Upwork. You can float this on your LinkedIn account. If you have a Fiverr account, you can do that. You can also set up your own website to be able to offer this service. Yes, that leads us to the last one, which is technical writing. To be honest, there are loads of startups out there who need visibility. They can run a marketing ad, they can reach out to influencers to talk about their products, or again, they can do what we call inbound marketing. Part of this inbound marketing is to write blogs. When they write these blogs once, people read them as many times as possible. The same way, you can also do the same. And the method of creating this awareness that you can actually write something that people can read and understand how to do a thing is called technical writing. If you write a script that ingests data from point A, from source to sink, you can go and document it. You can go and tell people how to do the same thing that you did. And you know what? When business A sees this article and notices that this is the exact thing I want to do for my own data, they read it, they like it. There are two things that happens here. They can either go ahead, follow your steps and implement the same thing, or they can call you, reach out to you to help them implement this. So this is why I say technical content writing is one of the best ways to create content added to start cashing in today, because you just need to do it once and they will keep on reaching out to you. Another way you can cash in with technical content writing is to write for companies that actually need this service. I remember writing for a particular company known as draft.dev. So I'm going to get it out here, draft.dev. Yeah, this is the company I wrote for, and they're amazing. They pay on time. They don't have reason to owe you. Just do your job. It's important that I make this caveat here. Draft.dev, Etsy, Google, no one sponsored this video. This is me trying to teach you what I know, what I have used that worked for me. And I encourage you to do it, to start cashing in now and stop waiting for that mighty job that is yet to come. I encourage you to start doing something that will help you to start cashing in your career and in your skill set. So you can visit draft.dev and reach out to them. But I have to warn you, if you want to work for them, I would prefer you have significant presence online on things you have done. So when you apply, when they go through what you have done before, they can reach out to you and ask you to start writing for them, pick up a topic and write. And there are other companies you can write for. To be honest, there are a whole lot of things. I've talked about data injection, Excel templates, micro business intelligence, productized data cleaning, and now technical content writing. I encourage you to go for it. Stop waiting for the job. When it comes, fine. If it doesn't come, you need to start putting food on your table. You need to start cashing in like today. So until I see you again, keep analyzing.